As per the IPCC report, it estimates that around the world glaciers, this is excluding the Greenland and Antarctic ice sheet, will decrease in volume between 15 to 55% by 2100, even if we can limit global warming to under 2 degrees Celsius. They could shrink up to 85% if warming increase much more. These are the 5 important components, which are: one is the glaciers melt water release, which is basically mainly melt water gradually, essentially for river flow. This is the number one. Number two, how its impact on agriculture, mainly for water supply from glaciers supports agricultural productivity. Third one is the dependence of ecosystems. This is the consistent meltwater for survival and growth. Then the Himalayan glaciers importance, which is basically considered 10 major rivers which are vital for 1.5 billion people. Then the water resources management. This understanding basically the glacier dynamics as it is crucial for managing water resources. Now looking at this picture, this is the left side as well as the right side, one of the picture how it is the melting glaciers and also transforming from both landscape as well as the national border. See, is the one of the roads loading glaciers. It is not totally, it is in the year of 2001. Then now we have reached 2025 and this picture has been taken in the year of 2024, August. See the picture how it is totally is a transforming. And this is one of the pictures which I have taken. The small glaciers may vanish in long run. See the numbers. 34,919 total Himalayan glaciers. How the glaciers retreating, this 33,149 is out of this 18 is advancing and 1752 is not retreating. And if you look into the area wise, 75,779 square kilometer area, these glaciers cover equal to area of the Himachal and Haryana put together. Now what is new? 67% loss volume in last 3 decades and 19% loss of water in higher altitude in Chandra Basin. So Himalayas essential rivers mainly Indus, Ganges and Brahmaputra are the vital for millions in South Asia, and Andes is South American ecosystems, and is the human dependency. The billions depends on these rivers for drinking water and agriculture. And Alps is European water supply. Is Rhine, Po and Rhone rivers also as a crucial for water supply in Europe country. And the impact of the glacier melt influence the flow, the quality as well as the quantity at a higher rate. There is a significantly deterioration. So another is the ecological importance. Healthy river supports diverse wildlife and ecosystems. Significant historical glaciers lost trains. About 50% of their volume since 1850. Notable loss, particularly in European Alps trains, highlights urgent climate action needed. And causes of glaciers retreat explained, mainly one is the rising temperature, black carbon deposition, deforestation impact. The deforestation impact mainly the land use change drastically disrupt local climate, contributing to temperature also as well as the increase. Now if you look at the graph, the vertical axis is basically glacial volume loss in percentage and In the x-axis it is in year. Consider the year 1850, it was 0%, and now 2020, almost 50%, this is a 50%. See how it has been increased. So this is the data analyzing century-long trends in glaciers volume. Now what is headwater? Headwater, as we know, basically is a high altitude resources of rivers formed by melting glaciers, ice providing crucial fresh water flow downstream, especially mainly in dry season. These are the ecological impact, mainly divert the ecosystems, maintain the biodiversity in upper catchment, obviously clean water to downstream ecosystem, support forest, wetlands as well as wildlife, climate buffers and nutrient regulators, especially sensitive to climate change and pollution. See the present as well as the future. This is one of the figure which is given by the source is ND MP 2019, how the present and the future. See the conditions, the frontal and similarly the glaciers are surface based on this the future as well as the present. So this is the some of the component. One is the glacier lake formation, then some ice for then outburst flood. This is very important. Outburst flood mechanism, then historical of events, the impact of communities. So these are the issues how we understand the glacier lake outburst flood and impact. So really is another big issue. Then the global glacier melt crisis evidence and projection. If you see the figure, source water glaciers monitoring service, that is also an vertical axis we have given the specific mass change. Mainly MW means the meter water equivalent. So if you look into this, the red map, so really year-wise 1950 to 2020, how the global annual mass changes of reference glaciers. See the year-wise it is really is increasing, and overall if you see the data, temperature trends, global average temperature has increased by 1.1 degree Celsius since the late 1980s. Then high altitude region, mainly Himalayas, then Andes, warning 1.5 to 2 times faster than the global average. Report given by the IPCC 23. Breaking temperature in 2023, warmest year in the ever recorded globally. That also one of the report published by NASA. Then this is the global glacier mass balance graph. Average, if you look into the loss rate, this is 267 gigaton per year from 2000 to 2023. This is the average. And the total loss over 5,600 gigaton globally in last 2 decades. And largest losses, if you look this, the Alaska, the Greenland, mainly Greenland territory is a huge loss, the Himalayas. These are the largest losses. The changes in flow pattern. Earlier, as you know, spring melts, early peak flows, and reduced summer flows, especially dry season dependent basin. Mainly the temperature increase in discharge followed by long-term decline. Basically, as we know, the long-time trend is effect is very important. The risks of glacier lake outburst flood increase mainly as Bhutan, Peru. See the region-wise, one chart I have shown you. So what is the Indus basin, then Andes, mainly Peru, then Alps, Europe. See the glaciers male contribution to river flow. Indus basin 60 to 80%. And if you look into the Peru as well as European, this 30 to 50, then 20 to 40, mainly Alps, Europe is a seasonal 20 to 40%. And region-wise, India's basin mainly Pakistan, India. Main crops it was wheat, rice, cotton, and glaciers dependency is very high. And impact reach level is extreme. Now if you look into this, the other region like Andes, then Central Asia, then helps Europe see the main crops. They are producing main potato, maize, then wheat, barley, then livestock. So almost all are glacier dependency. The high, very high, some are high, even medium, and else mainly is low, and the impact is also same. So almost 1.9 billion people worldwide. Mainly in South Asia, the Indus Basin depends on 60 to 80% of its irrigation water from glacier melt, and obviously declining glaciers threaten food security and rural livelihoods. So this is really another important alarming situation. Now, how the glaciers retreat and warning in the Indian Himalayas. Temperature trends in India, if you look into this Himalayas region, warming plus 0.5 degrees Celsius per decade, faster than the global average. Data given by the IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, in the year of 2023. Then the glaciers in Uttarakhand, Ladakh, then shrinking rapidly. And 2023 recorded as one of the Indian hottest. That data also collected from IMD 2024. There also mass loss rate is the 20-meter thickness reduction in some glaciers. One of the report is snow of course India. Then notable retreat, Gangotri Glacier, 34 meters per year. Then Choravari glaciers, mainly Kedarnath portion, the major role is to the 2023, it was the flood. Looking at the Indian map, this is the mainly, this is the glacier lakes in India, Himalayas, along with the major river basin and states. See how these are some of the districts, some of the states, one in Jammu Kashmir, then Sikkim, then Arunachal Pradesh. So these are the really the major threats you can say. And these are the right hand side figures. You see the look into this that how Gangotri Glacier satellite. This is a satellite views. Is retreating how is it retreating? There you see the right hand side figure 11. Flow pattern changes and agricultural impact in India. Mainly, if you look into the base, the table, river basin, then fed by how, which river it is fed by which, then the main crops affected, then impact. If you look into the river basin, Indus, mainly Jhilam, Chenab, this is one of the river, this is the river basin, then mainly fed by the Karo Kamakora and Ladakh mainly. And Ganga is mainly the Bhagirathi is the Gangotri glaciers. Then Brahmaputra is the Tibetan glaciers. So these are the fed by, and the main crops be affected. As you know, is a wheat, barley. Then Ganga mainly the rice, wheat, sugarcane, and obviously Brahmaputra the rice, mustard. It's a high impact. Some of the this is the medium, high or medium impact. So mainly the Jal Shakti Abhiyan and related programs that also launched in 2019 under Ministry of Jal Shakti. This is another key program. Har Ghar Jal, pipe water to every rural household by 2024. Then Atal Bhojal Jalona, this is the community-led groundwater management. Then another the schemes, the program, the Catch the Rain campaign, rainwater harvesting and the storage in pre-monsoon period. These are the schemes launched in 2019 under Ministry of Jal Shakti. So this is the impact. 45 glaciers monitoring stations set up by NMSHE in Uttarakhand and Sikkim. And this the program basically Har Ghar Jal, then Jal Shakti, Abhiyan. So household covered by 2023 is 134. Then the 750 districts. Then the some of the key focus mainly tap water access, then watershed management. So Jal Jeevan Mission also that glaciers dependent region also the mission that launched 2019. Under that, they provide functional household tap connection to every rural home by 2024. Then ensure safe and adequate drinking water through individual tap connection. Then promote local water resources, but mainly streams, rivers and glaciers melt, and empower village level institution mainly for water supply management. And that was their mission objective. And the target group was 192 million rural households across India, and mainly the focus success in glacier dependent areas. So some of the challenges: seasonal variation due to glacier retreat, then harsh terrain in Himalayas and sub-Himalayan states, then difficult access, pipe freezing and infrastructure loss due to mainly glacial lakes outburst flood. There is a startup India is also supporting over 400 plus water tech venture. That also why it matters, because it builds the resilience, then that connects the technology, tradition and community, and also that creates some job awareness and sustainable practices. So key policy recommendation is the strengthen climate resilience, then integrated water resource management. So strengthen climate resilience, we enforce the glacier monitoring framework, then invest, as you know, early warning system is very important, mainly to mainly as a you can see the flood alarming, and also some of the incentives, climate smart agriculture in glacier filled zone. And integrated water resource management is we have to promote the river basin based planning, then community led water governance, and integrate the glaciers flow data.
And this is the conclusion and call to action. Recap why glaciers matter. Glaciers, as we know, is a vital water towers for millions. Their retreat impacts mainly the agriculture, health, water supply, biodiversity and livelihood, and also preserving and also ensures a resilience and equitable future. Call to action: students and youth become an ambassador for climate awareness and water innovation. Then communities, the local conservation efforts, then policy and professional, and obviously supports integrated strategy for glaciers fed region.